Hi, and welcome to your functional fitness workout. Before we get started, let's take a look at what equipment you'll need for this workout. You can always pause the video to set it up or do the workout when it's most convenient for you. This circuit is made up of primal movements, and as always, I will be teaching you one lower body exercise involving either squatting, lunging, or bending, and then one exercise each of a push and pull exercise, and finally a core exercise. So just 4 exercises in all, but these are guaranteed to be some of the most effective exercises that you'll find. In this video, I'm going to be leading you through an introduction to each exercise and then one full circuit of this workout. But depending on your fitness level, you can go through it as many as 4 times. Also, pay attention to the modifications that I provide you with so that the exercises are helping your body and not hurting it. Okay, so let's get started with the exercise demonstrations. Alright, welcome to your exercise demonstrations. To begin with, we're going to start with a lower body exercise. This exercise is called a single leg squat. And I'm going to do it from a chair. Now, a single leg squat can be a little bit challenging on the pelvis, so if you have any difficulties with low back issues or issues in your pelvis, you might want to just do a regular squat. But I'm going to demonstrate for you a few different ways that you can do the single leg squat from a chair. For this descended version of the single leg squat, it's actually not going to be a single leg squat, it's going to be a 2-legged squat. So from a seated position on the chair, feet are about shoulder width apart, arms are folded across your chest, and you're just going to stand up. So standing up and sitting back down. Standing up and sitting back down. And it's as easy as that. For the functional level of this single leg squat, we're just going to do a basic single leg squat. You're going to take your foot that you're going to stand up on, I'm going to use my left, and you're going to kind of center it along with your tailbone. And then to begin with, you can have your arms out to help you get up. You can advance to arms folded. So arms are folded for me. I'm going to stand up, one leg, and then back down slowly. Up, and back down slowly. And that's the single leg squat or functional level of this exercise. For the ascended version of the single leg squat, I'm going to make it a lot more challenging and use a stability ball. Now, it's important, if you're going to use a stability ball and do this, it needs to be one that is stable and not going to roll away from you. So this one has sand in it so that it doesn't roll away. I'm also going to hold the medicine ball to add a little bit of weight to it. So holding the medicine ball at my chest, I'm going to go to one leg and stand up and sit back down. Stand up and sit back down. And that's the advanced or ascended version of the single leg squat. Okay, now let's take a look at the second exercise in your circuit. This exercise is a push exercise. And for this exercise, we're going to use a Swiss ball and a dumbbell. It's called a single arm chest press on a Swiss ball. So if you have difficulties and you want to use 2 at the same time, because this is going to put a little bit of a challenge on your stability on the ball, you can do that. You can use 2 instead. But let's take a look at the progressions of this exercise. For the descended level of the single arm chest press on a stability ball, we're actually not going to use any weight because I just want you to get comfortable with being on the ball and moving while you're on the ball. So sitting on the ball, and you can use a spotter if you need to feel a bit more comfortable. I'm going to roll out, laying back, hips are up, kind of like a tabletop, so knees, hips, and shoulders are parallel with the floor. I'm just going to hold my arms, one arm across my chest here, and the other one I'm just going to reach up. And this is the motion. So we're just reaching up and coming back down. Head can rest back, reach, and come back down. And just repeat that for the number of repetitions. For the functional version of this single arm chest press on a Swiss ball, I'm going to grab a dumbbell and hold it in one hand and go back out into that same position. Hips are up and head's back. I'm just going to press and come back down. Press and come back down. Nice and slow movement. Up for about 2, down for about 2 to 3. For this ascended or advanced version of a single arm chest press from a stability ball, what we're going to do is, again, hold the dumbbell in one hand. And we're going to add a rotation and a reach to it. So only do this if you're able to safely do the previous one and feel comfortable doing this. So here we go. I'm going to roll it out. Hips are up. This time, this arm is going to be out here. I'm going to drive it into the ball as I press. So press and reach and back down. Press, reach, and back down. press, reach and rotate, and come back down. Okay, so the third exercise in this circuit is called a deadlift to a curl. Again, this is an exercise that you use pretty much every day in your life when you bend over, pick something up off the ground, and then bring it up to you. So let's take a look at the few different progressions for how you can do this exercise. For the descended version of the deadlift to curl, we're going to use some really light dumbbells, and if you want, you don't even have to use any weight. So I'm going to let these kind of hang at my side. I'm going to bend forward. When I bend, my back's going to stay nice and flat, bending forward like I'm picking something up, come back up, and then pull the hands up towards my shoulders. Back down, reach forward. This is the deadlift portion. Come up and curl, and then down. For the functional level of this deadlift to curl, what we're going to do is use a couple dumbbells and then from a standing position, do a deadlift up into a curl. So, feet are shoulder width apart, abs are in, belly button's in. I'm going to soften my knees and then lean forward. I'm reaching to pick something up, come up and curl. And then back down, reaching down, knees are soft, back is flat and belly button's in, up to a curl. One more time, knees soft, belly button's in, up and a curl. For the ascended level of this deadlift to curl, we're going to add an element of power to it. So only do this if you have a well-conditioned core and you can safely and effectively do the previous version. So same shoulder width stance, arms are hanging at my side, knees are soft. I'm going to bend from the hips initially and then I'm going to power up into a deadlift and curl. So down here and power, back down. Knees are soft, down under control, power up and control down. I'm driving with my hips, driving my hips forward, down, power, and control. Okay, let's finish with a core exercise. This is another one of those big bang exercises that gets a lot of the muscles in your body besides just your core. I'll give you a couple different ways that you can do it and pick the right one for you. For this descended version of the lateral ball roll, I'm going to keep it really simple for you. All I'm going to do is roll back out into that bridge position with the hips up. Arms are going to be out. I'm just going to move a little bit from one side to the other and just hold for a few seconds. So here's the exercise. Take a look. Taking it out. Shoulders are on the top of the ball. Hips are up. Arms are going to go out to the side. Feet are about shoulder width apart below my knees. And now I'm just going to shift over so mostly one shoulder's on the ball. Hold for 3 seconds. 2, 1, and then take it to the other side. Hold for 3. I'm keeping my hips nice and level so I'm not dropping one side of my hips, and then back to the other side. 3, 2, 1. One more time. 3, 2, 1. For the functional level of this lateral ball roll, now I'm going to move my feet a little bit, so I'll be shuffling from one side to the next. So make sure you keep your hips up as you're doing it. Here it is. Hips are up, arms are out again. And I'm going to move to one direction. So I'm going to move to my left, stepping, and then one shoulder on the ball, holding for 3 seconds. 2, 1. Back to the middle, walking it over. Hips are up and nice and level. 3, 2, 1. And then back to the other side. Hips are up. 3, 2, 1. And over again. 3, 2, and 1. For the ascended version of this lateral ball roll, I'm going to add an element of instability by lifting one leg up. So here's what this one looks like. Back out to the same position. Hips are up. Arms are out to the side. Feet are underneath the knees. I'm going to move to my left. Couple steps. I'm going to lift my inside leg, my right leg, and hold. And then down. And switch to the other side. Inside leg lifts up. 2, 3, down, and keep repeating. All right, so now you've seen all the exercises for this circuit. Now we're going to go ahead and do the actual workout. You're going to follow along with me exactly. If you're not ready to do it, then you can hit pause and come back to it later. Make sure you've got all your equipment ready, and we'll get started. We're going to do a single leg squat. Again, you can do it off of 2 legs if you need to begin with. Then we're going to do a single arm chest press. Then we're going to do a seated deadlift to curl, and then we'll finish with a lateral ball roll for your core. So let's get started with that single leg squat. So I got my chair here, one foot on the floor, the other one's just kind of hovering. The arms are folded. If you want, you can have your arms out like this. Let's go. We'll do 5 on each side. Up and down. 1, up, down, 2, up, down, 3. You can fold your arms if you want a little more challenging. 4, and that's 5. That's my left. Now switch to the right. Up, down, 1, 2, 3. 2 more on this right one. 4, and that's 5. All right, next exercise. We're going to do a chest press, single arm on the Swiss ball. Got my dumbbell. Take it out into the bridge position. And here we go, pressing up and back. Up and back. 3, 4, hips stay up. 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more on this right side. 9, 10. I'll switch to the other hand, go right to it. Up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4 left. Up and slow under control. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, next exercise. Remember, if you need to rest extra in between these, just hit pause and you can come back to it after maybe a 30-second rest. So I've got the 2 dumbbells. Okay, I'm going to sit up nice and tall, leaning forward, back stays flat, come up and curl. That's 1. Up to a curl, belly button's in, core is tight. 3, back is flat. 4, 5 left on this one. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, we've got one more exercise. This is the lateral ball roll. So I'll take it out again into a bridge position. Hips are up. Feet are underneath the knees, and I'm going to move to my side. Remember, if you're just pick the right level for you. I'm going to shuffle over here, hold for 3, 2, 1, and back to the other side. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. It's 2 each. 3, 2, 1, 3. 3, 2, 1, 3 each side. 2 more each side. Up and switch. And then switch. 1 more each. 3, 2, 1. Hips are up and high and level. Come across. Last one. 3, 2, 1. And that's the circuit. Okay, so that's it. Great job on that first time through the circuit. Whatever your fitness level is, you can choose to do this again. Just rewind it and do the circuit 2, 3 more times. Great job, and I'll see you next time.